a school or security official. And now, for the starting lineups, starting with the Raiders of North Quincy High School. This gentleman is a freshman, number 31, Hunter Wood. This gentleman is a junior at guard, number 5, A.J. Arizola. This gentleman is a senior, he's the man in the middle, number 25, Charlie Baker. This gentleman is a co-captain, senior guard, number 12, Will Conley. This gentleman is a senior guard, co-captain, number 24, Cody Lien. Head coach, Kevin Merritt, assistant Chuck O'Brien, and Martin Butler. And now, for your Quincy presidents. This gentleman is a sophomore at forward number 10, Malcolm McMurray. This gentleman is a junior at guard number 24, Elijah Souza. This gentleman is a senior, he's the man in the middle, number 30, Mohamed Ajali. This gentleman is a senior at guard, he's a co-captain, number 2, Manny Aguayo. This gentleman is a senior guard, co-captain number 11, Danny Adams. Head coach, Matthew Cody, Brendan Cunningham, Jared Tyler, Reggie Caesar, Paul Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you're allowed, if you're able to stand, for the singing of our national anthem, we have Adam, Myra, and Matt.
Hello everyone and welcome to Monroe McLean Gymnasium at Quincy High School, where tonight the Quincy Presidents and North Quincy Raiders boys teams will take to the floor. My name is Jonathan Caleri, and I'm being joined by Jim Timmons. And Jim, we had an exciting game down at North Quincy between these two teams last time, where North Quincy prevailed 71-65. We're hoping to give it another exciting match, as both teams unfortunately are having tough years, so hopefully they can have a good game here tonight.
Yeah, I'm expecting a good one as well. It was close, as you said, at North. Quincy's had its ups and downs, but has been very competitive. The program's definitely moving in the right direction under first-year coach Matt Ramponi, first year to this program. I'm excited to watch Danny Adams tonight. He's just been spectacular this season. He leads the Patriot League in scoring. And he's had some really impressive performances this year. So we'll look to see what Adams does on his home court against the crosstown rival North Quincy.
All right, A.J. Arizola, Will Conley, Kobe Nguyen, Charlie Baker, and Hunter Wood will start the game for the Raiders. Manny Aguayo, Malcolm McMurrow, Danny Adams, Elijah Souza, and Mohamed Tajali for the Presidents will start the game. Underway here, and Arizola has the ball now for North.
So North wins the tap, and they come out against a man-to-man defense from Quincy, and a quick turnover here.
Elijah Souza has it. He gets it off now to Adams. As you said, Jim Adams, the top scorer in the Patriot League this year. Kobe Nguyen, number 3. Hunter Wood for North, number 8. Long three there for Adams, no good. Fight for the rebound down low, and controlled there by Kobe Nguyen.
This guy is a terrific athlete. We spent a lot of time talking about him on the football field and the basketball court. He's been a great athlete over the past couple of years, and we'll see how things work tonight. North comes out in a 2-3 zone, John.
Get it down low to Tajali, and he finishes it off.
They get the ball inside. Quincy does successfully to Mohamed Tajali, who was a nice, neat finish around the hoop using the backboard.
Arizona up now to Wood. Hunter Wood almost travels, and they do call it a travel. Little stutter step there.
Yeah, Coach Barrett is wondering why it was called at one end and not the other, but I think the officials are getting warmed up too here early on. So North extends its 2-3, give a little full court pressure, but Quincy handled that no problem.
Long three there again by Adams, no good. Controlled by North Quincy.
Interestingly, they've got Adams on UN, so it's going to be a busy night for Danny Adams.
Trying to use the screen there from Charlie Baker. Long three, Kobe Nguyen. Controlled by Hunter Wood.
Oh, very nice dribble penetration and kick out.
And a three there by Will Conley. Manny Aguayo going baseline, and Charlie Baker blocks that, goes out of bounds, off the President's North ball.
Coach Ramponi's wondering about that one. Both teams a little tentative coming out of the box here, John. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark, and the score is 3-2 as the teams are trying to figure out what's...
Arizona goes baseline, and it looked like getting a piece of that was Malcolm McMurrow for the block. Remain North Quincy ball, 13 on the shot clock. Eight on the shot clock, Kobe Nguyen. Now realizes there's 5 on the shot clock. And just not getting a shot, against blocked.
It's going to be a shot clock violation.
And it is.
Excellent D by Quincy. North just kind of, fiddling and diddling around the perimeter there. There was a couple attempts at setting up a pick, but nice poise there. Oh, and he missed the layup and stayed with it. So, nice job by Manny Aguayo. He's another guy, John, who's performed very well for Quincy this year.
Aguayo senior for the Presidents. Kobe Nguyen, tough shot, but he gets in the ball. Tajali with the ball across half court. Gets it back off now to Elijah Souza. And nice job there. AJ Arizona gets the steal. But right down the other end, Danny Adams takes it. And they're going to say offensive foul call against Danny Adams.
Wen with a really heads-up play. He stood his ground. You know, a guy like Danny Adams, you know you're not going to get too far trying to defend him. So Nguyen set up, took the charge. Great job. First foul on Adams, and North Quincy ball.
Sean Perry, number 14, checks in now for the Presidents. Elijah Souza will go to the bench. Working around the top, and they're going to say offensive foul called against number 25, Charlie Baker. Setting the screen, and they're going to say he stuck his shoulder out a little bit. for the offensive foul.
Yeah, it's interesting. The pick, the screen, it's just a lost art the way basketball's played today, and it's a shame. They can be very effective, especially where, like tonight, North's up against a man-to-man defense from Quincy.
Malcolm McMorrow comes down with it and saves it, gets it back out. Adams for three again, and he hits it this time.
Adams with the splash.
So Danny Adams is in the house. He's gonna heat up here now. We'll see what happens. Quincy in the lead 7-5 after that three-pointer. And what has been a little bit of a tentative first quarter.
Arizona kicks it back out. Conley driving in and lost the ball, and Quincy couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of quick hands defensively by both teams. I will say that. And here's the win.
A three there for Kobe Nguyen, gives North back the lead. Oh, great move there by Danny Adams. Finds Aguayo for the two.
What a play. Super stuff by Adams.
Adams looked like he was trapped. He dribbled it around the defender, picked it up, and then had a bullet pass to Aguayo down low for the hoop. Kobe Ewing comes right back down there and finishes it off for the two. Nice jumper there to get North back in the lead. Back and forth we go now with North up 10-9. Three there, no good. McMorrow with the rebound and finishes it off.
Nice little rebound and put back. Very efficient by Malcolm McMorrow. Only a sophomore. Did a great job. We were talking about him last year when he played as a freshman.
Arizona driving to the hole and gets fouled there by McMorrow. So Arizona will go to the line to shoot two shots. Senior captain Luke Mortis getting ready to come in for Quincy. And he does for McMorrow.
So we get a tie ball game, Sean, with 1:40 to go in this first quarter.
Aguayo trying to work his way down low, and he does. Nice job there by Manny Aguayo.
Aguayo really aggressive there. Getting position, going up in traffic, using the backboard effectively. Nice assertive offense by Aguayo.
Arizona driving in, got cut up there by Sean Perry. Nice defense by Perry. Hunter Wood, and they're going to say a defensive foul.
Aguayo with a reach.
Yep. That's Aguayo's first foul, team third. 1:14 left here in the quarter. Kobe Nguyen open for three in the corner, and he drains it. North takes back the lead, 14-13. Back and forth, like I said, we go here in the first quarter with 1 minute to go.
Kobe's got 10 of North Quincy's 14 points. Oh, what a pretty pass. Pretty pass and great finish there.
Aguayo went baseline, had a nice pass to Luke Mortis, who finishes it off. AJ Arizona trying to answer it down the other end of the court, can't get it to roll, controlled there by Luke Mortis.
Yeah, that was a foul. Pivot foot. Not established on that one.
And Ramponi's going to get a quick substitution. Kevon Becker will check in for Danny Adams, give him a rest here at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, it's a smart substitution. He'll give his keep Danny away from getting himself in foul trouble. Have him take a break with 30 seconds left. He'll end up with a nice 2 or 3 minute rest here between quarters.
Becker almost took the ball away from Kobe Nguyen. Hunter Wood would have it, and blocked there by Aguayo, and another block there by Luke Mortis. Becker has it, 10 seconds to go, gets it up to Mortis, and he finishes it off. 2 seconds to go. Nguyen gets it, and he hits it at the buzzer. Kobe Nguyen, wow.
What a way to end the first quarter for Kobe Nguyen. That was super stuff. Quincy picked up a hoop with about 7 seconds to go. Kobe got the inbounds, found himself a spot, and stuck a three, correct?
That was a three,
on
yep.
that? So Nguyen has 13 points here, first quarter. 13 of North 17.
Wow, what an ending there. Look at Quincy, who's going to get a little momentum going into the second quarter, but Kobe Nguyen comes right back down and hits it at the buzzer. And as you said, Jim, we are tied at 17 at the end of the first quarter of play. Back and forth we have gone, and an exciting first quarter play here at Quincy High.
Yeah, things were a little tentative, John, for the first 3 minutes. I commented as we approached the 5-minute mark, I think the score was 5-4, that the teams were still feeling each other out, probing, trying to shake the nervous energy of this crosstown rivalry off. And once they did, and things got going, the UN mojo for North, and then Danny Adams started getting things moving for Quincy. Although I'll tell you, Manny Aguayo, he had 6 points, 3 hoops, 3 two-pointers, and he played very aggressively. So it's the named players, the guys who have performed so far this season, were performing in this first quarter.
Yeah, Aguayo had 6, Mortis 4, and Danny Adams with 3, and as you said, Kobe Nguyen with 13. Aguayo was trying to find Sean Perry, but the pass got deflected, taken away there by Hunter Wood. Nice defense there by Sean Perry. And Hunter Wood almost lost it, and he was trying to deflect it off a Quincy player, but nice shot by the Presidents. Danny Adams finds a hole and goes right to it.
Adams very alertly saw the distracted North Quincy defense not getting back, and took it to the hoop. Well done.
Arizola, nice job by him to go in for the tough 2 points there.
Yeah, nice take by Arizola. We'll look for him to get off here in this second quarter, because he's been aggressive to the hoop. Hasn't really scored too much yet.
Will Conley comes down with the rebound for the Raiders.
Nguyen looking for a pick up top.
Nguyen tough left to hand, looking for a foul, nothing called. Danny Adams quickly coming back now for the Presidents. Off balance shot, no good. And it goes in, and they're going to give it to him as well.
He stayed with that one, John. Nice job by Adams. He went coast to coast. One thing we're seeing here is Adams is not only quick, but he's fast. He can run right past people, and he's just got quick hands. He's very quick to the hoop, quick first step. And on that play, he penetrated nicely, but took a tough shot, but stayed with it, and the ball ended up tapped to him directly. He finished cleanly. Now he's going to the line for an old-fashioned three here.
And around the rim, rattles out for the miss. Nguyen working against Adams, and wow, an off-balance layup there, high off the glass for Kobe Nguyen.
Kenny Nguyen displaying the same qualities I was just citing Adams for. Quick and fast. That time he just blew right past Adams. It's going to be a tough matchup for Adams if he's staying on UN all night because, you know, it's going to be a lot of work and wear him down a little. We'll see what type of physical condition Adams is in as the game goes on.
Aiden Burris and Ben Hudak have checked in for North Quincy. Hudak shot there a little short, goes out of bounds. It'll be President's ball.
Yeah, let's hope Hudak shakes that one off quickly. Sometimes your first couple of shots, you feel like they set your tone, and a shot like that can be disruptive for a player like Hudak. Hopefully he shakes it off.
Adams 3 a little long there, and controlled by Marquez Rodriguez-Smith, who's also checked in for North Quincy. Burrows trying to work down low, that finds Hudak, and Hudak's shot gets blocked there by McMurrow. Danny Adams trying to find.
Oh, great play by UN.
Yeah, he was trying to find Mortis, but Nguyen stepped up and took it away. And a big block there by Sean Perry on Aiden Burris. And Burris, in frustration to foul, will be President's ball.
Ball game number 15, Javon Becker for Quincy.
Danny Aguayo checks back in after a quick rest. Javon Becker also checks in for the Presidents.
Come up to the 4:30 mark, about the halfway point in the quarter, and we're tied at 21, John.
Aguayo trying to drive in, ball gets taken away by Charlie Baker. And close to a backcourt there. Hunter Wood loses it. Baker finds it in and gets the foul as well.
We're going to give an assist to Mr. Wood on that play. Home scorekeeper. So nice job of, staying in the play there by Charlie Baker. And he's got a shot at an old-fashioned three. We'll see what he can do here.
Mohamed Tajali checks back in now for the Presidents. Again, Baker at the line for foul shot. Can't get it to go, and it'll be North Quincy ball still.
Yeah, that was some nice hustle down low on the foul shot by Marcus Rodriguez-Smith. He's the one who created this opportunity here for North.
Tajali comes out, double team.
Wow.
Wings pass taken away by Danny Adams. Adams going strong, and he gets fouled and will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, that was a battle of two good athletes, with Adams coming out the winner on that exchange. He made a nice steal on Yuen's entry pass, and then Kobe rode with him the entire way down the court, and Adams was able to draw the foul.
Luke Mortis checks in now for the Presidents, and Adams sticks both foul shots.
He sticks them both.
And we're tied again at 23 with 4:05 left to go in the second quarter. Sean Perry checks back in as well for the Presidents. Again, double team, nice pass to Baker down low. He can't control it though, and it ends up in the hands of Manny Aguayo. Mohamed Tajali was calling for the ball, and a block there by Charlie Baker.
Nice hustle by Baker.
Kobe Nguyen coming down, he can't get it to go. And
Baker had been thwarted offensively. Nice hustle down the court to make a great defensive play. but then his third attempt at being, in the action, he picks up a foul. And that's Baker's second foul, actually. Nice anticipation by Baker.
Nice tic-tac-toe pass there by the Presidents, but Tajali can't get it to go in.
Gotta tell you, Rodriguez Smith is super on the boards. Nice take to the hoop by Aiden Burris. And he's going to be going to the line, John.
Quincy foul number 14, Sean Perry.
Sean Perry gets called for his first personal foul. Team second. And as you said, Burris will go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 5,
AJ Arizola comes back into the game for Marquez Rodriguez Smith.
Kevin Barrett's going to get a timeout here, John, with 3:12 to go. I've mentioned this before.
Upcoming games, the Royals will be Tuesday night against Silver Lake.
Kevin Barrett is, if not the top, he's one of the top coaches in the Patriot League. He's terrific with his players. This is a young team. We haven't seen him admonish anyone. There's no yelling. The way he coaches, he corrects behavior. He doesn't yell about it. He tells guys what to do. He's getting a nice timeout to settle the kids down here with about 3 minutes to go. And, pointing out where things stand, and it's a close, tight game, but he's settling down this group that's in there because he's got a couple of starters out. On the other side here, we saw a little bit of Matt Ramponi with a girls program at North. He's now coaching an entirely different group. Spent a lot of work this year, but they've done a good job here at Quincy High of bringing this team along. They've been progressively more competitive, and tonight they're playing a really solid game on both ends of the floor. Man-to-man defense, which so far has been very effective, and they're doing a nice job offensively as well. So we're in a good ball game here with 3 minutes and change to go. Red Raiders up by 1, John.
Three there by Aguayo, no good. Controlled by Will Conley, who just checked back in. Obi to win, working against Aguayo. Pulls up for the 3, and he hits it.
I mean, there's just nothing you can say about that one. And then his counterpart, Mr. Adams, comes down. Great head and shoulder fake. And unfortunately, Charlie Baker picks up his third. And he's going to be coming out. Did he hit that? I was looking at the north bench.
Missed.
Okay. We should mention that was a three-pointer by Danny Adams, so he's getting 3 shots. Missed the first. And sticks the next 2.
27-25, 2-point lead for North Quincy. John Nakow, number 33, checks in for the Raiders. As you said, Charlie Baker picked up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, North's taking their time offensively. Oh, nice take to the hoop, but a little bit of a difficult shot when he found himself under the backboard.
Perry with the ball, kicks it back up to Adams. 2 minutes to go now here in the second quarter. Down low to Tajali, and he finishes it off. Nice move there by Mohamed Tajali.
You know, it's interesting. The game is just that easy if you're willing to play it that way. Tajali got nice position on the block. Adams saw it, gave him the ball, and boom. So.
And Kobe Nguyen working right in front of the Quincy bench, stepped out of bounds. So we have a turnover, and the Presidents will take it.
Yeah, it's unnecessarily the case that they're really tight up on the sideline there, the Quincy bench. They really should be moving that bench back off the blue.
Arizola driving in, and he gets it to go. A.J. Arizola, a tough shot there for the Raiders. Puts them back on top, 29-27.
Yeah, that's Arizola's shot. That's the one he wants. North with a nice defensive stop, and they're going to get Nguyen on this one. A terrific job by Quincy's Sean Perry, the sophomore, stepping in and taking the charge for Nguyen's second foul. We'll see if looks like Coach Barrett's going to leave Nguyen in with under a minute to go.
Adams a long three, can't get it to go. Coming down with the rebound was Hunter Wood. Nguyen quickly shoots the three, can't get it. Aguayo with the rebound. One second difference between the shot and game clock, and with the foul, Quincy can hold for the last shot of the half if they want. Actually, that's going to be the 15th foul, so he's going to go to the line.
Team's fifth at the line, number 14, Sean Perry, to shoot two.
So 2 foul shots now for Sean Perry. 24 seconds to go here in the half.
Mentioned in the girls' game about good form. Well, Sean has absolutely perfect form there. His alignment, his feet are balanced. He takes his time, and watch this form. Perfect. I'm sorry about that. That is my fault, Sean. All right.
The Timmons jinx.
Yeah, there you go. The Danny Jackson jinx.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Exactly. Danny lives on in the lore of QA TV.
All right, turnover for North Quincy, and it'll be President's ball. 8.9 seconds to go here in the half. Danny Adams had come out, he checks right back in here. 5 seconds to go. Adams gets a quick shot off and almost had it to go in, but can't get it to fall. So what a half here at Quincy High School, back and forth action. And at the half, North Quincy with a 29-28 lead over the Presidents.
Looking forward to an interesting second half. That was a nice first quarter. Both teams, you know, back and forth. They had a couple of lulls offensively, but looking forward to what the second half brings here, John.
All right, well, Jim and I will take a timeout. We'll be back with second half coverage in just one moment. Again, North Quincy 29, Quincy 28. We'll be back in just one moment. Welcome back, everyone, to Quincy High School. We're at the half. North Quincy leads the Presidents by a score of 29-28. Run down the halftime stats. Kobe Nguyen led the Raiders with 18 points. AJ Arizola with 5, Will Conley with 3, Charlie Baker with 2, and Aiden Burris with 1 for the Raiders. For the Presidents, leading the way was Danny Adams with 11. Manny Aguayo had 6. Luke Mortis and Muhammad Tajali each had 4. Malcolm McMurray with 2, and Sean Perry with 1 for the Presidents to round out the first half scoring.
John, it's a low-scoring affair thus far. I'm looking for that to change in the second half because things were starting to loosen up that second quarter. But it's been well played. Not too many turnovers. A little bit of defensive reaching that you don't want to see, but other than that, it's been a good game. Quincy's coming out with its man-to-man defense.
Hunter Wood loses the dribble. Danny Adams quickly comes down the other end of the court, and off-balance shot, no good.
Oh, nice play. That was terrific by Aguayo there. Just nice ball fake, penetration.
A nice pass there. AJ Arizola passed it off to Charlie Baker, who puts it up for the 2 points.
Yeah, Mohamed Tajali was falling before the offensive player arrived, which is a bit of a no-no. He had the right idea, but...
Well, they go right back down on the block to Tajali, and he puts it up and in for 2 points.
Yeah, John, we were talking about that halftime privately, that the size of Tajali, and he's very good at getting position. And that's all they need to do offensively.
Nice rebound there by Baker. Kicks it out to Arizola. And Arizola found himself in no man's land, how to kick it out.
Nice chase by Nguyen, who stayed with that defensively.
Remain President's ball.
Oh, pretty little inbounds play.
And Malcolm McMurray will get fouled on the putback attempt. So McMurray will go to the line and shoot 2. Foul was called. McMurray misses the first. Foul was called on Arizola.
Morrow sticks 1 for 2. You'll note I didn't say anything about his perfect form until after he was done shooting, John.
Will Conley gets it to Baker, and high off the glass, can't get it to go in.
Adams on the reset. Oh, nice no-look pass.
Perry for 3, and he hits it.
There's Perry.
Biggest lead of the game now for either team. 5 points, 36-31 for Quincy. And foul's going to be called on the floor as Hunter Wood was trying to drive to the basket. And Manny Aguayo will get called for the foul. That's his second.
Yeah, if kids could just learn about the reaching.
Charlie Baker got the inbound pass, but couldn't hold on to it tight enough, and it goes off him, President's ball.
That's another thing that's kind of endemic now in basketball, both at the high school and collegiate level, is the reaching stuff. Because for a while, kids were getting away with it, but nice rebound in traffic. Terrific job by the sophomore McMorrow, and he hung on in traffic, very aggressive. Now this is that little inbounds play they ran before. Let's see what happens.
Foul's called on Kobe Nguyen, that's his third. And Arizolo takes it away and tries to save it.
Yeah, that was a smart play. He saved it into the backcourt. Front court, rather, I beg your pardon.
Danny Adams, strong, tough take to the hole, just a little too much on that, and
he got fouled. He picked up a foul, John.
Yeah. Foul's called on Adams, that's his second.
Second foul.
Full court pressure here by Presidents.
They just got it over.
Oh, nice steal there by Danny Adams.
Cross-court pass. That's
Perry open in the corner for three, and he hits it. And Coach Kevin Barrett calls a timeout. An 8-point lead now for the Presidents, 39-31.
So Sean Perry, a sophomore, is out there firing away. While he has the same excellent shooting form from the floor that he has from the foul line, I'm not going to talk about that fact, but he is drilling it. So nicely done. And the Presidents have stretched their lead to 8. Coach Barrett getting a timeout here, looking to reset things. He doesn't want to let this game get away. They have to stay, they want to keep this in single digits. And a couple little corrections here and there, and hopeful North can do so. Coach Ramponi, the boys are fired up offensively. They're doing a nice job on the offensive end of the floor. They've played very solid defense, John, so.
All right, Kobe Nguyen will take it out right in front of the Quincy bench.
Let's see what they do coming out of the timeout. Big possession for North Quincy here, midpoint of the third quarter.
Arizolo drives in, can't get it to go, and McMorrow saves it into the hands of Muhammad Tajali.
Well, they got a good shot. I don't know what that was. I think there was a combination of a travel and then a bit of a wild shot, but ball ends up with a guy who has been finishing around the hoop all night. Manny Aguayo. He has married that backboard, John.
Pass deflected out of bounds off North Quincy, so the Presidents will take it.
So Quincy's got a 10-point lead in the ball here at the midpoint of the third quarter. Third quarter that's been all Presidents.
And Quincy's held North Quincy to only 2 points. Adams shot, and gets something rolled.
Tough shot in traffic by Danny Adams.
Defense.
I got to tell you, this little pressure by Quincy has made a difference. North's gone to the 10-second count twice and just got the ball over. And then what's happened is they're hurrying on offense. They're starting their offensive possession at 25 seconds, but they're hurrying. Perry showing signs of
The foul's going to be called.
Sean Perry looking like a regular guy there. The law of averages evening out finally for him, but
So they gave him a heat check right there to see how he was doing.
yeah. So North trailing by 12. Who got the timeout, John?
I believe Quincy did.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, we both missed it.
Well, nonetheless, timeout on the floor. 43-31, Quincy on top. I want to remind all of our viewers you can log on to Quincy Access TV's website at qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, video on demand, our live streaming, and much more. So again, qatv.org.
I have to tell you, it'd be interesting if we could get shots. I don't know if we can, but see that the crowd here tonight, both student sections are mobbed. It's really terrific. They've got behind the Quincy bench, there's no room at all, and at North, they're probably violating several building codes there. So it's nice to see the students coming out to support, their classmates, their schoolmates, their basketball team.
Three minutes to go here in the third quarter, and Adams loses a dribble, and foul's going to be called on Will Conley as he just jumped on Adams, who's on the floor.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's an instinct when the ball's on the floor to dive, but if there's a player between you and that ball, you can't just dive on him, which is what happened there. So there's good aggression, but...
That was the fourth team foul. Next one, Quincy will go to the line. Adams driving into the paint, and they're going to say a blocking foul called against North Quincy. Adams goes hard to the floor. Gets up slow, but says he's okay. He's trying to shake out his shoulder.
Yeah, I hope his right arm's okay. His right elbow and shoulder got a little jammed up there.
Foul's called on number 24, Kobe Nguyen. That's his fourth.
They're going to look at getting him out because it's just, if North's going to make a run at this, they need Nguyen in there, and even maybe getting him out till this third quarter ends would be perhaps a prudent measure. We'll see.
1 or 2 for Adams, and he's going to check out of the game.
I think what Coach Barrett did is he's leaving Nguyen in for the offensive possession, and then he may consider a substitution. Kobe's playing with the ball.
Nguyen loses the dribble, and let's see, we're going to have a 10-second violation against North Quincy. And again, you mentioned several times, Jim, that pressure by the Presidents has really made things difficult for North Quincy, and that time it pays dividend as it forces the turnover.
Yeah, and this isn't any sort of intensive trapping press. All that Quincy's doing is throwing a 2-2-1, and the two front guys are being a little aggressive with their hands, and North's too tentative. They're not attacking the press. They've been tentative, and it's cost them. Nice cut.
Adams can't get it to go, and Kevon Becker can't control the rebound, goes off him and out of bounds. North Quincy ball.
So again, North's got an offensive possession of
Danny Adams comes off the court, limping a little bit. Hunter Wood gets it across half court easily that time for North Quincy, but then loses the dribble. (44-31), Quincy on top. 2 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. Nguyen trying to find Hunter Wood at the top. He can't control it. And another North Quincy turnover.
Yeah, what I've been observing here, John, is the North kids are flat-footed offensively. I don't know if it's fatigue or what, but they're standing around on the offensive side of the floor. They really haven't had too many possessions in the offensive end. That could be part of it. But in any event, on that pass, the North player was just standing there flat-footed, and that's why he wasn't able to react to the ball. But if you watch them again, they're just kind of standing. They're not moving. They're not getting into any offensive flow, and it's hurt them. So what's gone on here, I believe, in the second half is the Quincy full court pressure has caused North's offense to kind of sputter out. They haven't had too many possessions on their offensive end of the floor. And as a result, the boys aren't moving the way they did in the first half. Coach Barrett is sticking with Kenny Yuen. I'm sure, Kobe, I beg your pardon, Kobe. And I'm sure Kobe's aware he's got 4, and there's some confidence. He's been playing so long, I'm sure Coach Barrett has confidence that Kobe understands the circumstances here and will be careful about picking up a 5th.
Manny Aguayo gets double teamed, gets it down to Tajali, and he slipped, trying to back down.
Yeah, the floor is wet there.
Checking in was Aiden Burris, and he goes right to the hole. And foul's going to be called on North Quincy.
Yeah, they should get out and get the floor. So that's just going to happen again.
Line number 4. Aiden Burris, the shooter.
And they're wiping down the floor now on the other end of the court.
Coach Tucker getting a nice round of applause for dressing the floor. And 1 for 2 from the line, correct? So North's trailing by 12. They're coming with their own pressure now, which Quincy handles pretty readily. They pass the ball and handled that that trapping press pretty readily there.
Nice defense here by Marquez Rodriguez-Smith, but Danny Adams finds Tajali for the 2 points.
Yeah, Mohammed is not complicating anything. He sets up near the hoop, he gets the ball, and he uses the box. There's a blue box behind both rims, and if you learn how to use those properly, which Mohammed clearly has, you can make hay, and he's doing that. Oh, nice defensive play by Araujo.
Danny Adams coming back down the other end, and he finishes it off. .48-32. Kobe Wynn going baseline and can't get the shot to go. Adams comes down with a loose ball. Head coach Matt Ramponi calling for last shot.
Coach Ramponi trying to get the team steadied.
Perry taking another 3, can't get it to go. Still loose ball and into the hands of Burris. Quickly coming down 2 on the game clock, A nice pass there to Charlie Baker, and time will expire here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, very nicely done by Aiden Burris, and the finish, as you said, that was Baker, correct?
Yes, Charlie Baker.
And, nicely done by North. That's why teams will take the air out of the ball at the end of a quarter or whatever. Quincy chose not to, but in any event, North with a hoop at the buzzer. But an impressive 3rd quarter for Quincy. What was their point total that quarter, John?
20 points. There was a 20-5 differential there. So great defensive effort there by the Presidents. Again, they trailed by 1 at the half, and now they're up by 14 going into the 4th quarter. So 48-34, our score here at the end of 3 quarters of play.
Very impressive 3rd quarter by the Presidents. North Quincy has a couple of issues now as they go into the 4th quarter. Their captain and leader, Kobe Nguyen, has 4 fouls, and frankly, I was watching him those final 2 minutes, and I don't think he's terribly concerned about his foul situation. I mean, he's just an aggressive athlete, and I don't know if there's anything other than an on and an off switch. I don't think he's got any moderation to how he goes about things. So that could be a factor if they lose him. But we've seen some nice backcourt play by Aiden Burris and Marcus Rodriguez-Smith for North. We'll hope that continues. And I'm going to keep an eye on Mr. Perry there, Sean Perry. I snuck in a comment about his shooting form, and he's been 0 for 2 since, so I may have to apologize to Matthew and, rather Sean and perhaps his mother, who's probably disappointed, but he's had a nice one. There's Mohammed. Keep it simple, Mohammed.
Kobe DeWitt coming down, trying to go coast to coast. Cannot. Malcolm McMurrow with a rebound. And foul's going to be called, looks like on Charlie Baker. I believe that'll be his 4th.
That's his 4th. So they get a few guys in foul trouble who are key guys. But I will say this about the North defense. They've done a nice job on Danny Adams, which is saying an awful lot. And Aguayo, what a pass. He's had an outstanding game, John. He's just been super tonight. He's scored points, but he's also made some really nice passes.
Rodriguez-Smith for 3, and he hits it in the corner.
The lead is 15.
And still there now by Kobe Nguyen. Euro step in around the rim and in for Nguyen. And Coach Matt Ramponi quickly calls a timeout.
Great timeout by Coach Ramponi. Just calm things down a little bit. Talk to the boys. And try to take some air out of the newly inflated tires here that we're seeing on the North Quincy end. They're playing with a little more zip now. And just an excellent timeout by Ramponi.
When these teams met back at North Quincy High School, North Quincy had a 65-46 lead in the 4th quarter, and Quincy proceeded to go on a 16-3 run to cut the lead to 6. And the North was able to barely hold on there for the victory, but so we'll see if North Quincy can try to return the favor here down at the other end of the city and have an exciting 4th quarter.
So what are the implications of those comments, John? You're not implying that the 52-39 can go in a different direction, are you?
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because it really was kind of a similar situation. It was all North Quincy, and then Quincy just suddenly went on a big run there, had some points and spurts, and so you never know what can happen here. And again, today, right now, 2nd, 3rd quarter has been all Quincy High School.
Yeah, well, Sean Perry is one of the things if I'm North's coach I'd be a little nervous about is Sean Perry's due. He's missed a few here, and his form and his shooting is just too good for him to continue in this little slump.
Charlie Baker comes up with a steal for North.
Steal.
Kobe Nguyen working against Danny Adams. Nguyen, tough drive to the hole, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Danny Adams gets called for the foul.
Tell you, clock stopped. He hits these foul shots. The lead's 11. And North still feeling some momentum. Coach Ramponi tried to blunt that little charge that North came out with to start the 4th quarter. But North's hanging in there. Nguyen sticks the first. Misses the second. So the lead is 12.
Adams somehow gets it up to Tajali.
Yeah, that was a little breakdown by North Quincy defensively, and Mohammed Tajali. You always know where to find him, John, in the offensive end, and God bless him. That's the way to do it. Keep the game simple.
Kobe Nguyen trying to drive to the hole, and it goes off him out of bounds.
Yeah, he just lost possession. The Intel coach Barrett talked about taking the ball to the hole getting to the foul line, which is very sound advice when your team's when your team's trailing, they've had some shooting woes. That's how you cure offensive problems. You take the ball to the hoop because you create a good shot or a foul opportunity.
My ball went through the hands of Manny Aguayo there. And coming in there, nice take to the hole there, Hunter Wood. Hunter Wood's been quiet all night here. We'll see if he can get some things going. And a trap there for the North Quincy. Nguyen tips it up to Hunter Wood, and he goes into line for back-to-back hoops.
Great job by Kobe Nguyen on that play. He made the steal and tapped it into the front court. And we are at 10 points here, John. They get the ball over to Perry.
Marquez Rodriguez-Smith right up on Danny Adams, and they're going to call a foul on Rodriguez-Smith.
Yeah. He was established here defensively. He didn't have to reach. Now there's a little bit of yapping going on. But the competitive exuberance, you can't challenge it.
Second team foul on North Quincy. Quincy with one team foul. 5 minutes to go. 54-44, Quincy on top. Aguayo driving in, going right at Kobe Nguyen with those 4 fouls. But ball goes out of bounds off Charlie Baker on the rebound attempt. Oh, excuse me, goes off Quincy High School.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this possession, if North converts, we're going to be in single digits where we haven't been for a while.
Wood for 3, can't get it to go. Nice rebound
Nice
there by
hustle
Rodriguez-Smith.
rebound. Yeah, he's done an excellent job.
He's looking for
with
some help.
Rebounds. Oh.
And he was trapped in the corner. No one from his team went to help out. And Quincy's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I would call that another smart timeout by Ramponi. They had created the turnover. I think that at that point, Mohammed was feeling a little jammed up, and North was creating some good pressure there to get the ball back. So Ramponi's trying to calm the gang down. They're up 10. I see him talking a bit to Sean Perry, and he's been open on the wing. There's been a lot of pressure out top, a lot of direct ball pressure. North really put some pressure on the ball here, so it's not moving as much. There aren't as many passes by the Quincy offense, so I'm sure that's one of the things Coach Ramponi's trying to address. And pardon me, there are guys open, and we'll see if they can't get the ball to them. So North's coming back with that 2-2-1 press. You see 4 guys in the front court, and right in the middle for Quincy is Mohammed Tajali, their big man.
Adams trying to get it up, and it was taken away by North Quincy. See if they can hold on to it. And
I think the possession arrow, did he call? I don't know what he called. Oh, no.
It's going to be a foul called against Danny Adams.
Interesting. That's similar to the foul that happened earlier in the third quarter where the ball was on the opposite side of where it was Adams' player and then ball. So.
And that's Adams' 4th foul. So now Danny Adams has 4, Kobe Nguyen has 4, and Charlie Baker with 4. Nguyen trying to go high off the glass, can't get it to go. McMurray with the rebound for the Presidents. Quincy again with North Quincy with pressure, and ball goes out of bounds off Danny Adams.
Right now, Adams is exhausted. He's just wiped out. He's trying to get a towel. Oh, they're taking him out. Oh no. He's looking for a towel, and I think he thought he was going to get one, but he never did when he went over to the bench. Then he thought he was being taken out, but Adams is pretty tired right now. So they switch Guayo on to Nguyen.
Kobe Nguyen, off balance shot, gets it to go.
8 points now, the Quincy lead.
Adams is trapped and just does get it up to Kevon Becker, who's checked in. He's trapped in the corner as well. Fight for the rebound, and Charlie Baker takes it away. AJ Arizola has it now. Hunter Wood trying to drive in, and foul's called on Sean Perry. And Wood will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, right now the North Quincy crowd is fired up, and the Quincy crowd is a little subdued as North Quincy has a couple of shots at getting this down to 6 points, John, which in the three-point era is just 2 possessions. It's been a scrappy comeback by North Quincy here. This is the first, but he looked good doing it. The tension and the pressure isn't bothering him clearly, but see if he sticks this one, and he does. So it's a 7-point game now with North continuing with the pressure.
And another turnover there by the Presidents, trying to get across the pass, and it goes through the hands of Becker. Arizola driving in, gets cut off, gets up to Nguyen. Quick three for Kobe Nguyen, and he drains it! Kobe Nguyen, three-pointer, and a foul's called on Kobe Nguyen. That's his 5th, and he is done here tonight. It was a risky play there by Nguyen to try to jump in and draw the offensive foul.
After sticking the three. Coach Barrett, who knows what he's doing, left Nguyen on the floor. Thought he was going to get his boys together before he substituted. And I think he is doing that. When a player fouls out, you get time to substitute in. And that's what Coach Barrett is doing. That's a poised veteran coach right there, because Nguyen had come out and gone on the bench and the sub went in, but Barrett got the boys together for a little chat here in this 4-point game.
All right, so Nguyen fouls out with 26 points. AJ Arizola was trying to pick up the ball, but when he picked it up, he stepped out of bounds.
He finished with 26. Wow.
And officials over there talking to the scorekeeper.
They're giving Quincy the ball in the front court instead of the back court. I'm not quite sure who saw what.
And Manny Aguayo gets out of bounds. Quincy was looking for a foul. Aguayo's going to go to the bench, and Luke Mortis checks in. (54-50). Aiden Burris with the ball now for North Quincy. He drives in, tough layup, and he gets it to go.
Two-point ball game, courtesy of Aiden Burris. So
Danny Adams, he has a pull-up jumper, and he hits it there for Quincy High School. Big shot there. First basket in a long time for Quincy.
And a big one, a big one.
Arizola, he loses the dribble, fight for the rebound. And finally they call a jump ball. And it's going to be...
Possession arrows favors North Quincy.
Yep.
So with 2 minutes to go, 4-point ball game, North's going to get the ball under the hoop.
Hunter Wood drives in and let's see.
Good hoop. It's a block. He called the block because he established too late. Wow.
The basket is good, and Hunter Wood goes to the line for a three-point play attempt.
We have ourselves a ball game here, John. 56-55, Quincy.
Just under 2 minutes to go now here in the game.
Danny Adams looking to answer.
Adams is trying to drive in, ball is taken away by Aiden Burris. And Burris goes post to post, and he gets fouled. North Quincy takes the lead with a chance to make it a 2-point game.
Aiden Burris, a sophomore, John, coming in for the leader and the captain, Kobe Nguyen, and stepping right up. Big steal. He scored the last 4 points, and with that penetration and layup, he's going to the line for an old-fashioned three. What a huge play by Burris. And he sticks it.
The North Quincy's come all the way back here now with a 2-point lead, 58-56. And Danny Adams gets fouled on the sideline. Will Conley will get called for the foul.
Yeah, Will Conley has been extremely aggressive tonight on Danny Adams, and that's one of the reasons Adams is exhausted, because he has just been all over him and really working him over. That was Adams' 4th foul, so he's got to be careful here, but we're at a minute 30 now. And frankly, a lot of the work that he's done it's paid dividends already.
Danny Adams for 3, a little short there. Arizona with the rebound. Arizona goes right into the paint, and it's good.
Oh, baby, what a finish.
4-point lead now.
56.
Adams, a
Nice
great pass down low to Kazali, and the foul as well. 3-point attempt here now for the Presidents.
So, Mohamed Tajarli, you find him on the blocks, and Danny Adams did that, and Mr. Efficient, man, can he finish down low.
And that foul was called on Will Conley. That's his 5th, so now he's fouled out.
Yeah. Well, you kind of saw that coming. He plays a game like Kobe Nguyen. There's an on and off switch, and there's no medium or slow or anything. Very aggressive. He played great, and he's one of the major reasons for this North comeback. His defense. Wow!
Manny Aguayo.
Huge play by Aguayo. Yet another. And after the hoop, a very alert Matt Ramponi gets a timeout, and they're going to set up some pressure, I'm sure. Matt Aguayo, who's had an absolutely terrific night, all night. And what a play he just made. So both teams have guys stepping up and making things happen. A terrific basketball game here. Both teams have had a lot of pressure. North being down as much as it was in the 4th quarter, and yet clawing back and steadily getting back in the game. And then once they did, and once they took the lead, there was a lot of pressure on the Quincy High Presidents. Coach Ramponi trying to press every button he could to get some things to happen, and North just kept producing. But here we are, John, where we were at the end of the 1st quarter, and basically where we were pretty much at halftime. And after a dominant 3rd quarter by Quincy, we sit here tied 60-60 with just about a minute to go.
Yeah, 1:03 to go here.
Yeah, it's North ball in, and they called the timeout to set up this pressure. North had so much trouble with the pressure earlier. That's what we're looking at here.
Aiden Burris trying to get it in. Gets it off to Arizola. Quincy now drops back.
Now,
Under a minute to go.
This is what's been different about how North handles the pressure versus Quincy.
Burris driving in, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Tajali.
Yeah, they have to get him in the film room and work with him on that, because this is his second or third, I think. Charge. Wait a minute. They get him up there for first foul, but I know he's got at least one other charge.
I think the one that happened back in the first half, there was a no call on it because
All right.
He went down a little early.
No.
So Arizola at the line.
I thought he had one earlier this quarter. Wow. Wow, what terrific poise by Arizola. He just drilled that foul shot. Great stuff.
He makes them both.
And now it's Coach Barrett who gets a timeout after the made free throw. And we'll see what North Quincy does. North had a pretty effective 2-2-1 press early on that they employed. I shouldn't say early on, because it came about midway through the third quarter, and it's what helped turn the tide. Now, there's a couple of ways you can play a 2-2-1 press, John. One of them is you have the boys up on the ball aggressively going after it, but another is you just keep backing up and you keep the ball in front of you, take time off the clock. It's they call it a passive press, and it's just to control tempo and control what the other team does with the ball. So when you have the lead, we'll see what Coach Barrett opts to do. It looks like his players are all going into the defensive backcourt, so we're not going to have any tempo pressure, but let's see what they do here. Actually, they are extending up a bit. Yeah, they've come with the 2-2-1.
Aguayo trying to get into Danny Adams, and he does. Rodriguez Smith on him.
And now they're back on D.
Adams with it, looking for some help, gets it down to the paint to Tajali, and he puts it up and in with the foul as well.
I got to tell you, John, I hope people are taking notes tonight, because the game can be that simple. This kid, Mohamed Tajali, has just been a tour de force down low for Quincy High School. And he is so efficient. He gets the ball, he's strong. He's got tree trunks for legs. And so he's strong, he's efficient around the hoop. Nice little job by Danny Adams of getting him the ball. Let's see what he does from the foul line.
Foul was called on Charlie Baker. That's his fifth, so he's fouled out. Rebound by Malcolm McMurrow. Aguayo, he drives in, and a big block there by Nakal. Oh, no basket. Coach Ramponi called a timeout.
He has got a grin a mile wide on his face. But when you take a look at the clock, the shot clock has 28 seconds, game clock 26, okay? So that means the shot clock goes off. So Coach Ramponi, I'm sure, is looking at the clocks, and he's saying, let's talk, boys, unaware that they were about to stick a three-pointer. So that's a tough one, but I do not challenge Coach Ramponi's decision at all. That's what happens in the heat of a game. He checked the clocks, and in my judgment, frankly, you have the ball up in the offensive front court like that, he made the right call to try to take away the opportunity for North Quincy to have another shot. So,
and like you said, Jim, he had a big smile on his face as he saw the
knew.
3-point going through, knowing, oh man, if I had waited half a second.
The number of times basketball coaches have been yelling, no, 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 when someone takes a shot, and then when it goes in, nice shot, you know? But here it was a little different. It took points off the board, which is too bad. It's like the field goal in football, you know? But right now, North Quincy's in, looks like they're in man. They're going to play man defense here.
All right, they get into Adams. 26 seconds to go. Adams working against Aiden Burris.
It's interesting. North put in John Ganaku to cover Mohammed, and he just stayed down on the block. You can tell that the coach said, stay on the block and don't worry.
7 seconds to go. Adams waves off any help. 3-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and we are going to overtime.
Well, I'll tell you, what an ending, what a ball game. Both teams are to be commended here for their play and the level of play. And it's going to be a very interesting 4 minutes.
62-62. This is going to be the President's 4th overtime game this season.
Wow.
Quincy is 2-1 in those overtime games. North Quincy has not gone to an extra period so far this year.
Well, this is really something. It's been a great ball game, and it's been a lot of fun. For a while there, it was a little draggy in the third quarter when Quincy was just, pounding away and stretching out its lead, and North was flat. But the temperature and the level of excitement of the gym just skyrocketed here in this fourth quarter. And you got to credit the boys for how they're performing under intense pressure. North now has to go without Kobe Nguyen. They're also going to be without Charlie Baker. So we're looking at number 33, a sophomore, John Ganaku, who he's 6'4", and he hasn't got the bulk to cover Mohamed Tajali, but he's drawn that assignment here.
Malcolm McMorrow wins the tip here to begin overtime. Will Conley is also fouled out for North Quincy. Danny Adams has 4 fouls. Adams shot no good off the back of the rim. Control there by AJ Arazola.
I got to tell you, I'm awfully impressed with Aiden Burris. The poise he's shown, how he's handling himself, decisions he's making.
Hunter Wood gets blocked there by Tajali, excuse me. Danny Adams found some space, can't get it to go, and loose ball into the hands of Marquez Rodriguez-Smith. Danny Adams is down on the ground.
Yeah, and he's had a problem with one of his knees.
And Quincy keeps it going. Adams still hurt. He can't do anything. And finally, with the possession, the official calls a timeout. And Adams is hopping off his right ankle, whether it's his ankle or his knee, but he finally gets off the court.
Well, you know what? He's rubbing his calf. I wonder if it's a cramp. If he landed awkwardly, and it could just be a cramp. Hopefully, that'd be wonderful, because this kid is a terrific athlete, and you hate to see him injured, irrespective of his value to his team. You hate to see the boy injured, so we'll see. North with intense man-to-man pressure.
Luke Mortis shoots the three, no good. Rebounded, controlled by Hunter Wood. AJ Irazola with the ball. Try and drive in, can't get it to go. Burris now with it. He goes into the paint, gives it off to Nakao, and can't get it to roll. Tajali with the rebound.
Well, nice possession by North. They were poised. They got the ball inside. They took a good shot. They just missed it.
Aguayo goes to the hoop and he gets it to go.
Great take. Manny Aguayo has stepped up all night, but he's ready to step up here big in the absence of Danny Adams. He's shown it all night.
Burrows goes to the hole strong, but they're going to call a foul, and
they're calling it on Mohamed Tajali. You think it's all right if I just go with Big Mo here? I really like this kid. He's a senior, so unfortunately I've missed a career, but hopefully we can cover them in the state tournament or something. But Big Mo, with his orange sneakers, always planted somewhere around the blocks offensively, and his very efficient finishes.
All right, Aiden Burris was slow to get up, but he's going to go to the line and shoot two. Both teams in the penalty. So any foul here will be 2 foul shots.
This kid's another guy, John. Aiden Burris. Sophomore guard. He's just stepped right in. I'm going to be quiet about the fact that he's just drilling foul shots here. That's 4 for 4 under intense pressure.
And ball gets lost, and foul's going to be called on Tajali.
So the North 2-2-1. Quincy goes to a safety valve in the middle, and Big Mo was not able to handle the pass, and ends up with another foul. So who we got going to the line here?
Marquez Rodriguez-Smith.
Okay.
We'll go to the line and
now,
shoot two.
Rodriguez-Smith has had one of these quiet contributions tonight. He has been ferocious around the offensive boards, played great defense. Hate to see him miss that first shot. Let's see how he does here, just because he's played so well in a quiet way. He's been doing a lot of the things you don't see. He missed both foul shots here, so that's unfortunate. But
big rebound there by the Presidents, and they get it across half court. Luke Mortis was going to go baseline, and timeout's called by Coach Matt Ramponi. 1:44 to go, tied at 64.
I'm looking at the huddle and seeing Danny Adams. It's possible he's coming back in, John. He looks like he's got his legs back under him. And I'm hopeful. It appeared they were rubbing out a calf cramp. And I'm hoping that's what occurred over on the sideline there. So he's been, I don't know what type of practice the team has regarding water consumption, but Danny Adams was just, I talked earlier about the job Will Conley did on him. Will Conley made him work so hard when he had the ball. And then he was covering Yuan a lot, and I just think that he had some issues with cramping there, and he's back into the ball game. So that's huge for Quincy.
All right, again, 1:44 here in overtime. 64-64. Danny Adams will pass the ball in for the Presidents. Wyatt working into the paint. Tough balance. Off-balance shot, no good. McMurrow with a big rebound, but John Nakao with the block.
I got to tell you something. McMurrow's been huge here. I haven't talked about him enough. He's been rebounding like crazy on both ends. I don't know. Let me see. Danny checks in at 6'4", but he's playing at like 6'6". And now he's met his match here down low. Big Mo's trying to muscle John
Adams
Kanaku.
for three, and no good, but he's going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 3 foul shots.
Danny Adams to shoot 3.
And Kevin Barrett for North Quincy calls a timeout. Discuss things with his team. 1:23 to go. Again, still tied at 64.
Yeah. Coach Barrett trying to get the team calmed down a little bit. You see him in his huddle. And, you know, what you're seeing here is a guy who's very calm, very measured, and that is so important for the kids. A lot of coaches in this situation are yelling, they're excited, and that creates nervousness. Kevin Barrett's got all his kids playing calmly. They're paying attention to him. They're getting instruction on what to do, not being yelled, don't foul, you know, yelled at with things like don't foul, you know, be careful with the ball, don't reach. You don't see any of that. He just brought them down and I sat them down, talked to them about what he wanted to see them do, calmed everything down, and let's see what happens here. Quincy going with a conservative approach on the foul shot as far as the offensive rebounding. They're going to have 3 guys back on D, which takes away any sort of break for North Quincy. Smart by Coach Ramponi. And this guy here, well, I was about to say, you know, I thought the number 2 was going in for him, but you just can't say enough about Danny Adams and his capabilities and how he played tonight.
And only 1 of 3 for Danny Adams at the line.
And now they put the ball in the hands of North Quincy's newest KG veteran, Mr. Burris.
All right, 65-64, Quincy on top. Burris pull-up jumper, a little short, and McMurrow does a great job of tipping the rebound to himself and bringing it down.
He's been doing that all second half, John.
54 seconds to go now. Adams trying to look for a screen from McMurrow. And tough off-bounce layup, no good. Adams goes down hard to the floor. He gets fouled as well, holding his right elbow, and he's gone down hard to the floor 2 or 3 times tonight here, Jim.
Yeah. No, he's going to go home, and they should just pack him in ice tonight because he's just beaten up, and he's got to get a 6-pack of Gatorade and down it all.
He makes them both. 3-point lead now, 67-64. Quincy drops back, 36 seconds to go. Arizola driving in, gets cut off there by Danny Adams. Burris, a long 3, and can't get the roll. Another rebound there by Malcolm McMurrow, and Adams comes up with it. Loose ball, still loose, and Adams goes into the stands to try to save it. And like I say, he was out of bounds. It'll be North Quincy ball, 18
Coach
seconds.
Barrett's going to get a timeout here with 18 seconds left. He even does that calmly. I want to say something about number 10, Malcolm McMurrow. I remember talking about him last year, John, when he was playing as a freshman. And I was saying that he's got to put some weight on because they were banging him around pretty good. You know, you saw things like shooting capability and, you know, the fact he could handle the ball and different things like that, and that he was determined on defense. But there was no question last year he was getting banged around. Well, I'm telling you, This kid, he's a sophomore. He's 6'4", so he's got nice height. But he has been in the George Burke Fitness Center all summer. I'm sure of it. I don't know him, but I'm sure if we asked after the game, this is a muscular, powerful kid. He has been down low and really fierce on the boards, and he's made a huge difference for Quincy in the same manner that I was alluding to in regard to the play of, I gotta get his, no, I think it was Rodriguez Smith. But in any event, it's just been absolutely terrific stuff tonight by McMorrow. And who comes up huge on that rebound on this last play but him. So North's looking at a three-point shot. There's really no other options.
So Danny Wilton has checked in now for North Quincy for the first time here tonight. Burrows with it, almost lost it with Arizola. 10 seconds to go here in overtime. Wilton for three as he checks in, no good. Into the hands of Sean Perry. And finally a foul call as Sean Perry gets the big rebound. 3 seconds to go.
Well, North Quincy ran a play. The kids executed that play perfectly. They got a wide open three-point shot from the hardest spot on the court, the corner, but that also guaranteed that it would be an open shot and you'd get it off, and it was just missed. That's a tough position for the player to be in, that he had the ball and he missed, but that was definitely a very tough three-point shot, and you credit North Quincy for executing on that final play. But this foul shot goes, I would say the game's over. We'll see. But even North's got 3 seconds left. They're in a tough position.
He makes that second shot.
So now they're down 4 with 3 seconds. Not much you can do.
And Arizola puts up a big, long shot. Final score, an exciting game here at Quincy High School. In overtime, 68-64, the Presidents win as the Quincy fans storm the court.
Yeah, I got to tell you, a great ball game, and I credit both teams for their performance tonight. Just absolutely terrific stuff on both ends of the floor, and got to clear the floor and let the kids get in the line. Someone got injured out there. It's a bit of a mess right now, but here we go. The kids having an opportunity to shake hands, which is great. That was just a terrific performance on both ends, John. Great high school basketball, I would call it.
Real quick, we'll run down the stats for first for Quincy High School. Danny Adams led the way with 21 points. Muhammad Tajali, 18 points. Manny Aguayo had 14. Sean Perry with 8. Luke Mortis with 4. And Malcolm McMurrow with 3. But McMurrow had 3 big rebounds in overtime to really help seal the game for the Presidents and keep them alive. For North Quincy, Kobe Nguyen led the way with 26 points. Aiden Burrows and AJ Arizola each had 9. Hunter Wood had 8. Charlie Baker was 6. Marquez Rodriguez Smith and Will Conley each had 3. So it was a back and forth game. It was tied after the first quarter, 29-28. North Quincy led at halftime, and then Quincy came out with a big 20-5 run in the third quarter, take a 14-point lead. North Quincy turned things around in the fourth quarter with a 30-20 run to tie things up and head to overtime. And again, North Quincy just ran out of the gas in the tank, and Quincy took over for some leads there, with Quincy come up with the 68-64 victory in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have said all I really need to say or wish to say as far as the play tonight. It was great stuff. both teams can be proud of how they performed, and I congratulate both coaches for the work they did during the course of the game. And just a great night for high school basketball here. It was a pleasure to be here tonight, John. So hopefully we're going to be here for the tournament. We'll see what happens in that regard. And ready to sign off. I do want to make one comment, though. It was nice to be back behind the mic after the Belichickian kick to the curb that I got this fall. You took the old guy and threw him aside and brought in some younger talent who, by the way, really performed very well. The coverage this fall was great. I was really impressed by it and thought it was terrific. I felt terribly most of the year until Bill Belichick faced the same fate, and I thought, well, I guess I can handle it too then. But it's nice to be back behind the mic, and this was really something. Great game.
Yeah, great night here of basketball with the girls and boys teams for both schools playing here. And again, quite a treat with the overtime game here, 68-64. Real quick, I want to thank all of our crew that came out here tonight to make this game possible and running all the equipment that we have here. On camera, we had Brian Cox and Wesley Williams. On audio, we had Scott Daniels. On graphics, we had Frank Hart, our engineer, Chris Potter, and our director, Peter Doherty. So we get a final score here from Quincy High School, Quincy 68 and North Quincy 64. For Jim Timmons, my name is Jonathan Clary. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QA TV Sports. We hope you join us next time.